eat these mushrooms? Ask yourself. We gonna see Van Halen? Ask yourself. Is David Lee Roth singing? The answer's yes. You wanna eat these mushrooms? We're all going to jail. Except Pete, he's gonna die. Make some mistakes tonight. Tonight. We're all going to jail. Except Pete, he's gonna die. Make some mistakes tonight. Tonight. I'm listening to Panama, and time has lost all meaning. Has it been 5 minutes or 5 hours since I last heard? Ha, for teacher. Is it Budweiser stage? Is it Molson Amphitheater? I don't know where I am, but I know I'm freaking out. In Toronto tonight, David Lee Roth speaks to me personally. Pete runs away from security guards no one can see. I'm hanging on by the thinnest of thin thread. Are these $20 beers the only thing keeping me sane? Or are they making me more deranged in the membrane? We're all going to jail. Except Pete, he's gonna die. Made some mistakes tonight. Tonight. We're all going to jail. Except Pete, he's gonna die. Made some mistakes tonight. Tonight. As Pete runs off into the sunset, as fast as he can, I realize I may never have to look at Pete's pasty face like ever again. As I look up at the cosmos, I realize I am one with the universe, and I am one with David Lee Roth. I'm having a perfect transcendent moment at Van Halen tonight. We're all going to jail, except Pete, he's gonna die. Made some mistakes tonight. Tonight. We're all going to jail, except Pete, he's gonna die. Made some mistakes tonight. Tonight. We're all going to jail, except Pete, he's gonna die. Made some mistakes tonight. Tonight. We're all going to jail, except Pete, he's gonna die. Made some mistakes tonight. Tonight.
I'm back, and I'm gonna try and avoid wearing my headset, only because I don't like the pressure on my head with the eyeglasses and the bit of headache that I have today. It's a PD day, and for some of you who might not know what a PD day means, it's a no school day, so my neighborhood's a little crazy loud. I'll go back to Calgary. All right. Oh. In this neighborhood? Yeah. It's one way of wording it, yes. They're, it's a particular place. I don't even know how to, like, say this without being severely insulting. So the plan of action for this, now, I'm just gonna throw this out there. Never have I ever done OSL painting, which is insane. I've been watching so many videos on it, and I've been trying to learn. I'm very new to painting, period. I only started this winter. And for those of you who don't know what OSL is, it's object, subject, lighting. And you're basically creating an entire luminescent looking thing without any actual lighting, so it looks like it's lit up. Is what I want to do on the underneath of this mushroom. I want all here to be glowing, kind of is because of the lighting. Let's see. That doesn't seem to matter. Let's turn this down just a teeny bit, shall we? Maybe this one on. Usually I have this light on. Yeah. So I want all in here to be glowing, which this isn't helping you guys. Let's see if I can bring my light down a bit. There. That. I want that in there glowing, which means I also have to make the highlights down here if this is glowing. Hey, Jenkins! So, yeah, it's the execution and process. You just gotta trust the process, right? Is something like that. I'm gonna try. It's the first attempt at OSL painting, so bear with me. But first, what I was reading as it sounds pretty and it'll look pretty. I think I hear my door knocking. Yeah, you gotta trust the process. So I'm gonna first start painting the banner and everything else, and then I'll get to work on the rest of it. But first, I again hear my door knocking. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Yes! I still know my praises. I still know my praises. Sorry, I shouldn't be celebrating. That does suck. But at least it wasn't more than what you expected. Anyways, our she does that because my window's like there, so she always jumps onto my desk or tries to walk along here. She what? She was sniffling things. She might have to get grounded. Hey, Fredster. Brah. Anyways, the door was stupid, so we're just gonna ignore that and keep going. Oh, what a bad girl she was. We should beat her up. Just kidding. Okay. I think I'm gonna start with a banner on this. Of course, she knew she was gonna get in trouble if she got caught up here. I'm actually kind of nervous about using the fluorescent paints because when I used the fluorescent paints the last time, um, they're really liquidy, like really liquidy. So I'm gonna have to use white underneath everywhere I want the fluorescence to be. It's gonna be hectic because we got the fluorescent on. You're not gonna be able to see it. No, you can kind of. I use the fluorescent on the snakes on the skulls, which I'll adjust the camera after and you guys will see it better. First, I'm gonna paint this banner red. Oh, that is a terrible brush. Ugh, ugh, atrocious. I don't want to use that. I'm such a brush snob also, by the way. More often than not, I'm looking for something with a pointed tip. Wow. I actually turned down my sounds. So, like, I hear them, but they're not as loud because I was too afraid of actually fucking up my painting by getting scared. So, it was a fear. Alright, let's see what we can mix up with this red and black. Oh, hi, Onyx. I heard you got in trouble. Get out of here. No, oh, you're gonna be bad already. Literally have paint on my brush. Get out of here. Go. Whew. Whew. She's just being a shit disturber. Hey, Queen. How are you? Oh, she's just being bad. Apparently, there was someone that knocked on my door and they wanted to know what my survey. They wanted to take a survey about the recent construction project that was projected in our neighborhood. I don't have time for that, first of all, and also, I don't know. Does it need to be done? Yes, then do it. Fucking, I don't have time for no survey. But apparently, while I was answering the door, she was on the desk. And then just now after that, she started clawing at my laundry, so she grounded. She grounded from the room. That's true. Recovering from a workout. Ooh. Look at you. Let's see if I can get you guys a better angle and look at this. Arg. Hold on. I got a thing for this. And it's called Force Focus. Ta-da! Don't apologize for that. And that makes sense. Everyone after their first workout, after X amount of time not working out, is always going to get sore. That's a guarantee. Let's see. Does anybody have any plans for the weekend? Also, I severely apologize for any crazy sounds that you hear from my neighborhood today. If I have to put my headphones on, I fucking will, but I'd much rather avoid wearing headphones today if I can. I've just been way too overstimulated lately, and I don't want any head coverings. Okay, okay, smart guy. You raise a valid point there, but like, wow. Fredster's got plans too. It's, I would say, reasonably accurate to my neighborhood, if I'm being honest. Some of the crazy shit that goes on here, I'm just like, why? How? Ooh, I got the shakiest hands ever today. Might fall under TMI. Yeah, homework is kind of important. But D&D is fun. You could always just take a break from homework and work on your D&D. Sorry, I'm a bad influence. I'm just like, ooh, you could have the best of both worlds if you time it accordingly. I also find it really funny how last week I was asking Papa Joe how he keeps his paints coordinated by like drop X amount of drops of this, X amount of drops of that. And you guys just watch me go glorp, glorp, mix in the middle, absolute heathenry. Okay, you might play D&D later. Nice. Trying to make sure my pinky didn't touch anything. That doesn't sound like the worst idea. I'm not gonna lie, earlier today I was 110% watching other people do what I'm about to try and do on my painting today with the OSL with all the luminescent lighting. I still can't believe I got some of my fucking mushroom with the red paint. Accidents happen, but darn it. Oh, I do love the old character sheets, not gonna lie. That's nostalgia factor to the max for me. Ooh. I'm curious to know if it's any good. Matt Mercer comes up with some pretty awesome shit, not gonna lie. Oh, bugger. Maybe I shouldn't have put the banner on first. Another thing that I'm like, oh, it's gonna be difficult to paint under and around it. Oh, lordy. Okay. Ooh. Painting minis is kind of crazy. hell are you supposed to get in the shit corner of that? I mean, I guess just make it happen, Captain, but like, yikes. Oh, lordy. Ugh, I'm gonna have to clean that up. But I'm going to repent. Hey, ta-da. Those are our bottle kids. Those are totally the bottle kids. If you think you hear an animal, 9 times out of 10, it's not actually an animal. Unless it's at night. Then that's an animal. Normally. Alright, so I just added some like brighter red on there for a little bit of highlight contrast. I will eventually hit that up with other colors after, but so far that's the banner. Not so bad. Nice queen. Goodness, my hands are so shaky today. I'd be okay with that. I think they'd be a rock type because the kids in the neighborhood do tend to throw rocks, actually. Usually only at each other, but that's been a common thing. See, I'm pretty sure I just heard a kid tattletale that their sibling is trying to kill them. Pretty sure that's exactly what I heard. But I mean, two siblings are trying to kill them, right? That's normal, right? Okay, I think it's that pinnacle time around dinner where kids just get like unhappy for every reason known to man. I think I'm gonna turn on my headphones. I love it though. Look at that. Created my own shadows and lightness and highlights. If there's any more kid freakouts, I'll totally be putting my headset on. Just that way you guys don't have to deal with it. And thank you, Jenkins. This is all very new to me. Yeah, you get the screaming kids too, Queen. Thanks, Fredster. Alright, let's see. I guess we can do the wood and rope up here, around here. The problem is it means I have to make two different wood shades because otherwise the rope and the wood will be the almost identical color, which is not ideal. Let's get my leather, is it called leather brown? Yes, leather brown. And then I'm going to get my black, and I'm going to need a white. I also have a turkey brown, so maybe I can do that too. So that's some leather brown. What's the turkey brown look like in comparison? Of course I don't have it with me. I want to say that the turkey brown and leather brown look identical, but until I have them side by side, I don't actually know. They are so identical. It's like one shade difference. It's not much of a difference. To me, for me. for what I'm looking for. Should be able to use the same brush. I feel rather confident with this guy. If they're too different of color, or if they're too similar of colors, I'll have to change them after the fact. But I can always put a wash on one if I want it to be extra dark. Trying to find a placement for my fingers. Yeah, it's just the one on top is just only very slightly darker, but it is slightly darker. I'd say they're like literally one shade apart from one another. Yeah. And of course, as usual, I notice other details on things once I start painting. And I get into the detailed painting part. That's a fucking tooth hanging off that, isn't it? It definitely looks like there's something hanging off. That's not a piece of wood. It's almost like those fucking birds I found on the tents. I'll never get over that. The amount of detail that they put on some of these minis is so flabbergasting to me. I'm like, what? Who? Why? I mean, I managed to paint the birds on those tents, but like, I barely even knew they were there. Yeah, that thing there. Buggers. They always like to sneak little things in there. I'm like, it's just a whatever. I'll figure that out later. No, it's a whole different thing, and I have to paint it a whole different color. It's like, god damn it. Why? Yeah, I'm thinking over it. I'm gonna have to repaint that because I'm gonna have to do that spool. Oh well. Okay, I think there's enough color difference actually that I'm not gonna have to change the colors. Huzzah! Because, yeah, it would have been a pain in the butt. I would have done it, but if I can avoid it, I will. Alright. Also, switch up the music a bit. I think it's funny that I'm using a magnifying glass and glasses, and I'm still like basically putting my face up against my magnifying glass. Yeah, I'm okay with that color difference. It's very minimal, but it's enough. I will forever find it really weird since moving to this area, to this city, hearing a very young child use a very real bad swear. Like, hearing like a 7 or 8-year-old saying fuck off or fuck you, that's mind blowing to me. I know that like happens a lot more and more and as the years go on and move forward and shit, but like literally I hear it quite frequently from children that are 6 and up here, and I don't know why it blows my mind every time. I'm like, nobody really gives their kids crap for it. Not that I've heard. Been in this location now 8, almost 9 years. I think that's like probably one of the more culture shock things that I've had to experience from moving from a small town to like a big city. And it could just be an area thing, not just a city thing, but it's always been mind blowing. I'm only bringing it up because I just heard a kid say it, and it just never fails. I'm just like, that was a very little voice that just said that very big word. Wild. Now, unfortunately for me, there are parts of this banner that I haven't gotten. I'm sure you can see it behind, and I don't know who the fuck is going to pick this up and look behind it. Let's be honest. Could be no one. But for my own sanity and peace of mind, I will just assume someone will pick this up and look. And whether they judge it or not, they'll notice it, and I'll hate that. True. Yeah, so I'm wondering if it's like a dawn of the ages or this area or this city or, you know? Curious. I'm just curious. I was always one to believe that kids should be respectful. Give me more red. Rar. Same. Same here. Definitely would have gotten a cuff upside the head at the very least with that. Yeah, that's great. I like that color right there. It's a matching. almost fudged that painting up. Kid screaming caught me off guard. Right? It's wild what kids think they can get away with and actually actively do get away with in this day and age. Personally, I just chalk it up to just a lack of respect. A lack of parenting and a lack of respect. Boo. Okay, I'm gonna have a couple touch-ups to do as a poopy. In my household, I set a rule for my children that I don't want to hear any bad words towards one another, towards anyone else, or towards themselves within this household. Now, if I was outside and I heard my kid's voice swear, as long as it wasn't towards an adult, I was kind of okay with it, so long as it was also like not screaming like that. But my big rule was no swearing in the house until you're 18, until you're a legal adult. It's my house, respect me, and use your words properly until then in the house. But I have been considered to be an old-fashioned parent for that as well. It's just what it is. I always felt bad for stepping on flowers, especially the wild ones, because somebody didn't plant those and they're just there beautifully. Should Well, I guess that's opposite. I should feel more bad for the ones that people planted, but they didn't gather naturally. It's fine. I'm weird. Yeah, I feel like if you're screaming that loud and you're coughing after, maybe you shouldn't be screaming that loud. What do I know? I'm just a silly adult. Plate mail. This is actually a quiet day today. Very, very quiet day. Which is shocking because it was a PD day, so it's a no school day. And it's a weekend. Okay, that's why I feel worse about stepping on like natural flowers than like planted flowers. I know flowers are natural per se, but like if they're growing in a place naturally and I step on them, like for instance, forget me nots, I feel like a total dick bag every single time. And then sometimes I start thinking about the movie Fantasia with the little dancing pansies. I'm happy I'm not the only one who thinks this way. So it's not just, yeah, just pay attention. That's all I do now, too. But at least we're not alone. We're all silly in our own ways. Wait, I figure if that's a bone, what is this? Skeleton bone. Oh no, it's already dripping. It's a good thing I don't need much. Alright, let's do this little bone over here. Um, let's see. I personally don't consider damn to be a swear necessarily, but like if I heard my kids, if they were below the age of 16, say the word damn, like god damn or oh damn, I probably would still consider it a swear. But I don't actually innately consider it a swear, if that makes sense. Like I wouldn't want my young children saying it, but I don't really consider it a swear. I'm weird though. Alright, I like that. That's cool. I was gonna say, I don't know, modern television has changed. Like, do you guys remember the words that you could never say on television or on the radio? Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits, fart, turd, and twat. Those were the words that were not supposed to ever be on television, and they've changed that. I hear shit used all the time. So wait, let's go through them. Shit, piss, fuck, cunt. Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits, fart, turd, and twat. They also say tits all the time, and fart. I love how, like, Lord Blunt comes in and I've already said, like, the 7 words. They made a whole song out of it. I don't know. I wouldn't want my kids to say any of those words when they were young. Right, so we got a lot done on the top here. This is some change lighting. So there's our little tooth. Got the rope, all that sort of stuff done. We got the banner. We tried to do in behind the banner best as possible. Obviously, it being glued there makes it massively difficult. Um, see, but those were the words, and a tit is a bird, a titmouse, isn't it? I believe the bird is. It's called a titmouse. I could be wrong. So I guess now we get started on the rest of the mushroom. Oh god, I'm like, whoo, I'm sweating. I'm nervous. So the next part is we're gonna go back in with the purple and the pink, do the touch-ups, and then start painting this bottom part here, which I'm going to mute the colors so it's not as bright. And then we're gonna start the luminescence part, which I am absolutely panicking about. I think that's what's making me sweat. I'm like, oh god, we're getting close to the part of the thing that I've never done before. I've never done any of this before, if I'm being honest, but apparently the luminescence, or the OSL, so the object subject lighting, is a little more of a pro move. We are totally going to paint the butt of the mushroom, and it's going to glow, and it will be glorious. It's the best way I can word it. I don't know. Am I sweating because I'm nervous, or am I sweating because it's hot, or am I sweating because of it? All? Let's go with all. I'll just turn my fan up over here. There we go. You know what else? I'm gonna go pee real quick. Maybe that's also why I'm sweating. I don't know. I'm making all these excuses. Yeah, it could be the menopause. It could be literally every and anything underneath the sun at this point. I'm gonna go to the washroom real quick. I'll be right back, and then we're gonna start to finish the painting. Does that even make sense? Is that even a proper phrase? I don't know. I'll be right back. I'm gonna close my door because the cat's been a butthead. Alright, I'm back. It most likely is humid. I'm also running like, if I'm being honest, A, my room is always the hottest room. And B, I kind of know why. I have an LED light there. I have an LED light here. I have an LED light there. And then there's 3 monitors and a big ass computer. And due to local city bylaw, our heating is still on. So my window's wide open and I have a fan on. I just realized how environmentally unfriendly I am with that fucking sentence. Ah, I'm a shit stain to the environment, apparently. Oops. Anyways, back to painting. Okay. I got this. Right? There's purple. No, we don't pay for our heating, first and foremost. That's a plus, if I'm being honest, because if you pay for heat separately, a lot of the times you're paying out the ass for heating, because we live in Canada. In this particular complex, though, our heating is included, and due to city bylaws, because the complex runs the heating, they're subject to the city bylaw, which states they have to provide heating to their tenants up until June 15th, which is ludicrous. Because who the fuck needs heating in the middle of June? What? I'm pretty sure maybe in our Antarctica. Maybe there. Outside of that, I don't understand who, where, or why would ever want heating in the middle of June. So the local complex here has had numerous amounts of complaints about the heating, which is out of their control. It's the city's control. It's their bylaw. And they wrote the city to request that our heating be turned off before June 15th. They've not yet received a response. And let's be honest, how fast does government work? Yeah. So what are we at now? We're at the 30th. So in 16 days, because there's 31 days this month. So in 16 days, it'll either turn off or we might get to turn it off a week early if we're lucky. I only complain because I'm menopausal and heat drives me crazy. But I'm thankful that I don't pay for it, because could you imagine if I had to pay for my heating right now and I don't want it? I would lose my mind. It's true. If I was paying for my heat, it would have been off like last month. Yeah, I guess if you control and you run and you pay for your own heat, it's up to you. But if you don't run, control your own heat, then it's up to the city. Landlords are under a lot of scrutiny, and it's because there's a lot of crappy tenants in the world who want to blame the landlords, and then there's just a lot of bad landlords in the world also. So yeah, it honest to goodness, personally, it doesn't make sense to me either. The bylaw was only recently changed in the last few years. I think our heating used to go off May 24th, but I guess over the course of the last number of years, there's been enough complaints from senior citizens, and let's be honest, they always vote together, people. The senior citizens will always get their votes in. I do believe it was a bunch of senior citizens that complain that sometimes, some years, it gets a little cold still, and if they don't control their heat and their heating goes off, it's a health and safety concern. So I kind of get it, kind of don't. It is kind of silly, but it's also out of my control, so I'm just like, eh. But as you can tell, like, I'm overheated. Like, you can see the white from my pressing. Yeah, senior collapse is a heat thing. Yeah, words. I read that the wrong way. Go dyslexia. You're right, though. That's why I always have, like, hundreds and hundreds of different drinks on the go all the time. Well, that and health, but yeah. There's been several times that I've considered putting my tent in my backyard and just sleeping in my backyard. Oh, I can just imagine all the people. You're outside in the hot day, and then you're inside a congested area with a bunch of hot people with all the extra heat. Yee. I could see that happening. Oh, I'm getting nervous about this last part. Oh, definitely. There's a lot of people who can't handle the heat. And with the summers getting hotter and longer sometimes in certain areas, it's just, yeah. I'm pretty chuffed about how this looks so far. I'm pretty excited. Um, okay. So everything that I've been reading, watching, and asking about is I just basically have to paint this how I want it to look, and then I put white over top of the places that I want the glowing, in essence. I guess I'll get started. Okay, I'll get in the other areas after. I'll just deal with the big paint now. Otherwise, I'll screw it up. I'm so afraid of doing the lighting part of this. I'm nervous and excited and scared all at the same time. Because, like, if you guys did a quick Google of OSL lava painting, just as an example, it, it, it looks fucking amazing. I'm just flabbergasted by it because it's not lighting, it's all painting, but it looks like it's lit up. I find it so fascinating, and I've been so mesmerized by it that when I took on this project, I was like, magic mushroom, best time to do like a little glowy thing, right? Because there are glowing mushrooms in real life. So we'll get up closer to that banner after. Yeah, there's entire glowing mushroom, right? I know you know what I'm talking about, how fucking cool they look, and I just like, if I could paint something like that. And I've seen people paint stuff like that, so I'm just like, I want to try it. Oh, if you guys hear a dog howling, there's a beagle that lives in our neighborhood. It's a very old girl. And, she howls slash whines when she wants love. She just wants love from everybody, so anytime somebody passes her, she just... bow! Bow! Oopsie. Sorry, that must have been loud. I paw at people, or I will headbutt. I do a lot of headbutting. Headbutting, pawing, punching. Light punches, not like super crazy. Or if I'm wanting to, I don't know, if I'm wanting some attention from someone who is not neurodivergent and won't understand my headbutting or my weird ways, I will just full out be like, I want some loves and attentions now, please. It's very far and few times that I actually want that, but when I do, I'm pretty forward about it. I hate admitting this out loud, but I also kind of nom people, but sometimes I like nomming a bit much, so I try not to nom. Yeah, yeah. My daughter once told her teacher that I was I was the best kitty cat mom she ever had, and she was like 6, 5 or 6. I was like, don't don't tell your teachers I'm a kitty cat mom. I got some explaining to do now. And she's like, but when I'm a kitty and you meow at me, I was like, yeah, that's weird. People are gonna think we're weird. They won't understand that. I'm also like a very severely unaffectionate person for a majority of the time, so I'm definitely more like a cat. It's like, yeah, I want love. Love me with your eyes, bitch. Don't touch me. Thank you. Alright, well, painting the inside of this has definitely made me have a better idea of how I want the lighting to work, just based on how easy it is to get in some areas and not in others. Along with my hay board. I do have many ways of showing love, but yeah, I'm just not a touchy person. I like my hugs though. I'm a big hugger. Of course, ads as soon as she gets in. I don't know, like a Kincaid painting with a light effect. I'm not sure what you're speaking of, if I'm being 110% honest. But I'm gonna assume that's exactly what you're talking about. Because I'm assuming that you looked up the OSL lava painting. Bort! You need to come over for a barbecue sometime. I don't have any planned yet, but it is barbecuing season, which means it's introvert barbecue season, which is when I invite all my introverted friends and we all just sit together and either talk or don't talk, but we eat. Chicken wings. I had my first barbecue of the year yesterday, even though it rained. I even started my barbecue early on purpose. I was like, oh, it's gonna rain later. I'm gonna have a barbecue now, and then I don't have to worry about the rain. And then it rained, of course. Ooh. I have the good old charcoal barbecue, and then I always have like wood chips. So I have the flavoring without the flavoring because I can't have a lot of flavoring. Flavor. It's true. I've noticed that too. A lot of our introverts turn into babble babies, and it's great. I absolutely love it. Okay, you're making this sound even better. I do like to be retrieved, and I do like touching grass. I was given explicit permission to use the you know how I have that whole green patch beside me. Well, nobody uses it because everyone's terrified of me because I've given everyone shit in the neighborhood for one reason or another. So they don't use it, but that is free for me to use, which is pretty awesome. Oh my god, you guys and the adoration of that Nick Cage, I'll never understand it. You guys are cringy bastard as hell. So many people have made me watch so many of his movies, and I've hated every single one of them. I even watched the movie that he doesn't talk in, and I hated it. And he doesn't even talk. I just hate his face. I just, I hate looking at the guy. And yet every birthday, I'm punked with his fucking face in my house. Somewhere. You don't have to clean your house. I'm not gonna judge your house mess. I mean, if it gives you an excuse to clean your house, then yes, clean your house. But if, yeah, just an FYI, I'm not going to judge the house messiness. Oh, Randy. Yeah, Randy totally brought Nick Cage down and wrote his face. And she is a sober woman, too. I thought that was rather hilarious. Oh, that's okay, Queen. Hell yeah, we do, Bort. Ugh. Ron Perlman's a pretty good actor, I gotta say. But anything Nick Cage is in, I just feel like it's ruined with his presence. And I feel bad for that. Kinda. Noise! Workout plans are the bomb diggity. Just gotta work it into your routine, and once you have it as a routine, you're golden. Hell yeah. Oh, Bort's totally invited to the introvert barbecue. I don't have one innately planned at this moment, but I will be planning one shortly since I have all of June off. Wahaha! Nice. My wood's mostly just for barbecues on my charcoal. It's scented wood, or like it's not scented wood. That seems silly. It's flavored wood. I don't know. It's wood that flavors your food. There. That's It's the wood that you burn on your charcoals, and it makes a whole thing, and it like helps your food taste yummy. 14th or 15th. I kind of assumed I'll actually have to actively plan a barbecue because uh, my friend Rachel, who's a chef, which you guys, some of you may or may not know or have met here or might already know on your own. Um, so Chef Rachel made an amazing idea and wants us to all bring our comfort foods so we can all get a little peeky into what. Okay, Bort. Yeah, like Applewood. Exactly. Bort knows what I'm talking about. I'm not even good with my words, and she fucking got it. But her idea for one of the introvert barbecues was like, she's like, we should do themes. And I was like, a theme sounds fun. What kind of theme? And she's like, let's all bring our comfort foods. And I was like, yeah, but we're all gonna have so many different comfort foods. She's like, yeah, and imagine us getting a glimpse into other people's lives of what their comfort foods are. And I was like, oh, I never considered that aspect of it. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I am kind of curious what people's comfort foods are. I kind of assumed it was going to be chips and fast food, but yeah. Either way, I'm just the curiosity, right? Yeah, it's like all the comfort foods, exactly. And like everyone keeps trying to ask me what I can eat and what I can't eat. And I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter. It's a potluck. You don't have to bring anything for me. I'll be cooking for myself. I'll probably try bits and pieces here and there as long as there's no garlic in anything. God, I miss garlic. Garlic and onions are the two big things I miss the most. What the hell are this? Is not Twitch friendly music, Twitch. Spaghetti's always good. You can fill this table, Bort. I'd be down for it. Scalloped potatoes. Cheese platter. Whoa. Like, whoa. You know that Rachel is not judgy, though. I feed Rachel all the time, and she's a vegetarian. She's got zero judgment. I do love mozzarella. I can't say that I've had that because I probably can't eat any of that. But it sounds good. Oh, that sounds so good, though. Oh, Queen, that's the fun thing about the introvert barbecue. You can just cook whatever and we'll just eat whatever. There's no like, you make whatever you want that you like, and we'll just eat whatever we can that we like and don't like. You don't have to worry about everyone. It's kind of the fun thing. Honest to God, burrata, I could be butchering the pronunciation, sounds fucking amazing. It totally sounds like death for me though, but it sounds amazing. I know what balsamic vinegar is. I just can't have balsamic vinegar. Or most vinegars. Acidity is bad. Oh, watermelon and feta. Yes! Actually, last time Rachel popped by here, she had homemade gnocchi, which were filled with cheese and spinach. And then it was her homemade sauce. And it was so good. And she made it poison free for me. She also made it vegetarian for her so we could all enjoy it, which I thought was pretty awesome. I still have some frozen in my freezer right now, if I'm being honest. But even for a vegetarian, she'll come here and cook me steak. She's like, I don't fucking care. She's like, I cook at a restaurant all the time. I gotta cook meat. I'll cook you meat. I'm like, okay, thank you. I'm like, you don't have to, though. She's like, I love cooking. Let me cook. Yes, ma'am. Grilled watermelon. I haven't had grilled watermelon. I've seen lots of videos of people making and having grilled watermelon, and it looks and sounds amazing. Can't say I've ever actually tried it, though. I could see that actually. Jenkins, like 110%, I could see that working really well. Honest to God, today I have been craving pizza, which, as you guys know, is like deathly food for me. But there is one pizza which Queen actually found that I can have one slice of. It's a half a slice. It's kind of like a sliver of a slice, but it's still a slice of pizza, and I can eat it, and it's safe for that little bit. I have zero clue what I'm gonna have for dinner. Actually, that being said, I just saw the time. I'm gonna be right back. My daughter was supposed to go hang out with her friend at 5, and that's in 5 minutes, and I think she's still sleeping. One sec. waking up a heavy sleeper is crazy. What? I am not going to try to pronounce that. I almost did, and I was like, nah, I know some German, but I'm not that good. So what is the green, simple but good dish that you had? Me obviously skipping the other word in that sentence. I'm gonna have to Google it. I want to see what it is. Watch, I'm going to see it, and I'm gonna want it, and then I'm gonna hate myself for looking it up. Oh my god, that looks so good. What? Okay, this is delicious. Mmm. Oh, spinachy egg noodles? That sounds so good. Uh-oh. It's getting really dark out. Is this here coming the rain? Oh, I almost touched the paint a few times. I can tell. Have you seen how dark my room's gotten? And how dark it is outside? That's wild. It's a good thing I got my barbecuing out of the way yesterday. Oh, that sounds so good. I am literally salivating at the thought. Oh, the wind's picking up too. I guess we'll see if I actually make it to Vampire on Sunday. This weather's been so shit lately, I can't even fucking guarantee that. It's going crazy. Thanks, Jenkins. You know what I'm really excited about? This looks pretty awesome so far. It did scare away the children. There's no outside voices from what I can hear so far. Alright, so while we wait on the bottom of that to kind of dry, and these are really fast drying paints, by the way, to the point where I kind of get annoyed sometimes because my dollop of paint will dry up, or my paintbrush will dry up before I even finish a conversation sometimes. Then, of course, when you want it to dry fast, it doesn't either. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm shocked that you can hear that over my mic, honest to goodness. Because this is just a webcam mic. I mean, granted, it's like centralized in my room, but oh god, okay. So we're getting so close to the part that I'm scared of the most. Ah, what are we gonna do? It's gonna be crazy. I don't know. Everything I've seen, I'm feeling maybe 25% confident. I know that's not a lot. It's better than none at all. I'm gonna get up in that little crevice area while waiting. It's getting crazy out there. A glow job. Literally, though. Alright, let's see what these texts are before I fucking just float away into my painting somewhere. Nothing too terribly important as of yet. Alright. Nothing time sensitive. You guys, we can do this! I think. Maybe. I got this. Yes. The best part is I'm being super extra with you guys because I feel comfortable with you guys. If there's other people that are watching me that don't know me and I don't know that well, I'm in a comfort zone with some super awesome neurodivergent people in the moment, and I'm just free flowing my energy. So, yeah. Okay, well, while there is ads, I feel like I need to go change the water in my thingy thing. Water holder. I decided that because I almost drank paint water last week, that using a measuring cup was probably in my better interest. That being said, it's minimal water, so it dirties faster and cloudies faster, which means I have to rinse it. Thank you, Jenkins, because nobody wants to drink paint water. And I've almost done it, I don't even know how many times now. Those are some giant raindrops. Holy Hannah. It's a total thing. Especially, like, I drink out of mugs instead of, like, drinking glasses, so you can't see through them. It's just an easy handle drink. And, yeah, it just, yeah. I've almost drank paint water more times than I care to admit to. It's still kind of raining out, I think. Yeah, it's just big raindrops. I don't mind a smelly board. I don't mind a regular board either, though. Just saying. Oh, my. Oh, boo. Okay, okay, okay. I hate to do this. I'm literally just going to have a reference up. I'm super nervous about this. Okay, so I watched this video today. I also watched this video today. These are the two reference videos that I used, that I'm going to use for this today. If I'm being honest, the second one is Squidmar. I love all of his content. Big fan of what he does with minis, and his friend Lucas, who works with him too. Okay, Bort. So as much as I love and appreciate Squidmar, I found this other person, um, Paint by AZ, and eh, just eh. If you go to click on those, you'll understand what I'm talking about. I just really hope that I can execute this the same way. I don't have an airbrush. I haven't ever used an airbrush on a mini. I use an airbrush, I think, twice in total, and that was for car modeling. Outside of that, I've not really done much else. But everyone specifies that you put the white on as your lighting, and you brush it out for the highlight of the light. Okay, I'm over explaining because I'm nervous and I should just be executing this as we go. Yep, got sweaty palms. Okay, this is okay. And even if I make a mistake, it's okay. I'm learning, right? This is all a learning experience for me. Very, very new. And my biggest fear is like I'm gonna screw it up. I've worked so hard on this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, worked so hard on this. And what I do in my brain, I'm telling myself if I fuck it up, I'm gonna fuck up the whole thing. But that's a lie. I'm only gonna fuck up that one area. And is it really gonna be a fuck up, or is it gonna be a learning experience and practice? And it can be redone, and it can be painted over, and that's what I'm gonna keep reminding myself. And I will practice those thoughts. I'm gonna keep that in my head. Yes, thank you, Jenkins. Exactly. So like I'm stressing in my own head, and I think I just feel it because I think I'm feeling pressure that I'm putting on myself because you guys are watching me do something that I've never executed or done before. I got to get it out of my head. We support each other. We got this. We got this. So I'm like, I'm so nervous. Okay. I am sweating. I got this. I got this. I got this. So I feel that I want the specified glowing parts to be the deeper crevices within this mushroom, so that the deep creases that are in there, I want them mostly from the stem portion and bleeding outward to be where the glowing, so I want the glowing to start in here and then spread outwards lightly. That's what I have for the idea in my brain. Okay, okay, I can do this. Why am I nervous? Just fucking do it. God damn it. Okay, so I've a lot of people do a lot of water, so the white isn't as harsh. There's a part of me that wishes I had a wet palette. I'm just using paper towel and I'm dampening it. Okay. This is so like nerve-wracking. I don't know why I'm so stressed about this. It doesn't have to be perfect, Corey. It doesn't. Nothing has to be perfect. Nature isn't perfect. I gotta remind myself of that as well. Oh, there will be pictures, as you know, Queen. Enjoy your dinner. Enjoy your time. Thank you for spending some time with me today while I slightly panicked over this particular part that took me over 2 hours to get to you. Thank you, Jenkins. Oh, awesome. Okay, Jenkins. Well, hopefully he feels better and good night. Thanks, Port. I like the silence breakup of toots. I am so scared I'm not gonna do justice to this piece. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna worry too much about the lineage in that part because that's such a tight squeeze. But I can work on highlighting the inside there. It's less scary now that I've started. Okay, breathe. Wow, painting, Corey. God damn it. So if I make, obviously there's some parts of the back, but I'm gonna make the front be the most glowy part, and it'll be the part that we see the most. Whew. I feel like the luminescence on the underneath will be hitting these areas that are sitting up higher more than the areas below. And I don't know why I'm so freaking out about this. Okay. While we wait for the white to dry because I'm literally sweating buckets, probably from stress, menopause, and the heat. Um, I'm gonna wait for that. While we're waiting for that, Fort meant to mention, my kids are super excited to hang out with you again. That was like a total mention thing earlier. I would say I feel more at ease. I do not. But I got the white on. That's a thing. This is so scary to me. New things that I've never executed before. Thanks, Fredster. I mean, the inside looks like rudimentary for obvious reasons, but those are my highlight points, right? So I feel like I highlighted the. I could probably go in and highlight the flag a little more. I probably will. Yeah, I'll probably go in and highlight it just a little bit. But it still looks pretty damn good. It's this lighting part that literally has me terrified. Thank you. So I'm gonna use, because it's a purple and pink mushroom. I obviously do have a pink glow. I don't have a blue glow. I have an orange glow that I don't think would suit it. I'm going to make a green-yellow glow for underneath. Again, this is really watery, which is why a lot of people like to use the white underneath, which makes sense. I'm very new to this. It's very watery. Oop. Oh. The yellow decided to come out a little more forceful than the green. I don't think that's enough green, so... Oakley, got this! How do I want this to look? How do I want it to look? Visualize it. Okay, so... I want the green to stand out more than the yellow, and the yellow to be under lighting, so... Okay. Sorry. Got this. So if I do everything in yellow and then do the blue, or the green over top. Seriously? I don't know. We'll wait until final product. Just, yeah. It's showing the glow on the bottom already, which is kind of nice. We'll see how I like the... Uh-oh. No. Oof. Cleared that mistake out real quick. I don't know if I'm liking this. This was a pro move that I was very unsure of doing. I know there's a couple other steps that I'm still needing to do, but so far not impressed with my attempt. But that's fine. There are a few other steps to this process that I have yet to do because it's a lot of layering. If you guys can hear that music, I am apologizing for just having shitty ass neighbors who don't give a flying fuck about anybody else. It's not really my responsibility to apologize on the behalf of idiots of the world, but I should have my headphones on so you guys could avoid those sounds, but I've been feeling oversensitized lately, so headphones aren't really something I want to wear. Alright, this is going to take forever to dry now because the neons are so watery. So until the next time, you guys probably won't see what that's going to look like. I'll have to finish it up another time since we're at almost 3 hours. Personally, I hate it so far. I don't mind the bottom glowing part and the top. I have to bleed out of it. It'll be fine. We'll work on it. It's work in progress. That being said, balls. There is a little spot there. And touched up. Anyways. Ta-da! This is what we managed to accomplish today. I'm gonna let that dry. Ooh. I know, I'm excited because it doesn't look great yet, but I know there's like a whole dry brushing thing that has to happen next, so it's gonna make all those harsh lines go away, so yeah. I wish I could fix those up now so it looks amazing and cool on stream now. But unfortunately, I've been online for almost 3 hours, and I should probably think about eating, especially after all the food talk that we had today. But yeah, I'm so happy with this so far. All right, I am gonna go. I hope that you all have a super awesome, amazing, excellent Friday and the rest of your weekend, since I'm not going to be streaming at all for the rest of the weekend. I am supposed to have Vampire the Masquerade on Sunday. However, with my guts and my health, that's up in the air for this time. And if I am home on Sunday and anyone else is available and I'm feeling up to it, I might do a game, like a group gaming session. Again, it's all up to how I feel, right? So until then, I hope you guys all have the most amazing weekend, and hopefully I see you soon. Thank you for joining me. It was awesome. Sorry about my freakouts. Bye, guys. Thank you. Have a good weekend, and happy Friday.